Hey guys, today I'm here to talk about Kelly Baggett's Vertical Jump Bible. Now, I did this program and I still continue to do this program or at least take parts of it, but I wanted to give a thorough review of it and not really give anything away, but just kind of tell you the pros and cons of it from my perspective and see how you like it. So basically, if you go into Google and type in Kelly Baggett or you type in Vertical Jump Development Bible, it'll pop up as one of the first things. It's free, easy to use, and I'll warn you, it's long. I mean, it's over 100 pages, and it's very thorough. You'll learn everything there is to know about the vertical jump. He cites all of his sources as scientific fact, and it's a great resource in learning how to jump, how to get a higher jump, and why your body reacts and how it reacts to stimulus that you're going to provide it, provided that you do his programs. Now, one of the key things I learned from this was classifying yourself as more of an elastic jumper or a strength jumper. It's not to say that you're one or the other, but you lean towards one side or the other. So, for example, when you see these skinny guys go up, not really strong or big or anything in the legs, but they can just transfer their energy beautifully and just fly through the air. A lot of NBA players are like this. These are elastic jumpers. They can run up, transfer their energy using all of their genetically gifted abilities, and just gracefully fling up in the air. Versus more of a strength jumper, a la your running backs or wide receivers in the NFL, who can lift ungodly amounts of weight, or even the linemen who are outperforming these basketball players in the vertical jump test. They tend to have a higher standing vertical jump, and with proper training can learn to do a better running vertical jump using their strength attributes. Now I tend to lean more towards a strength jumper. I've never naturally been able to jump very high. I could barely scrape the rim when I started this training, and getting stronger has been the key for me to jumping higher. Now, there are training programs for both types of athletes. So, elastic jumpers who can't dunk, you're going to want to get stronger. Strength jumpers who can't dunk, you're going to want to try to learn to utilize your strength more efficiently. I would guess that 90% of people going into this program probably aren't strong enough. At least 90%. I wasn't strong enough, even though I'm technically a strength jumper. And you really need to have a solid base of strength. I would say I'm 5'10", 180 pounds. I would say for someone who's like me, if you can't squat 350 at least, you're probably not strong enough to easily dunk. I mean, you would have to maximize everything that you've got in order to dunk a basketball. It's just not natural for a lot of people to be able to propel yourself in the air that easily. So if you look at a guy like Brandon Todd, he was 5'5", and he's now 205 pounds of just muscle. I mean, he's a little bit fat too, but not too much. I mean, he's just so strong. So you need that base of strength to get better. And when I did these programs, I did the intermediate strength and reactive, did the intermediate reactive, and then did the intermediate strength base. I did all three of them. And the best results by far were when I focused more on strength. And here's why. When I did the reactive workouts, it's a lot of jumping, bounding, and just overall movement in general that you're just slamming on the ground over and over. And I'm fairly certain my technique was good enough. It's just when you're having that much volume and landing, you're absorbing a lot of force. So be careful, because I would get shin splints. My knees didn't hurt that bad. They were a little bit sore, but they didn't hurt. But my shins, the front of my leg, I don't know if it was a minor stress fracture or just shin splints, but it was a terrible chronic pain that I would have to really massage and work out. And after I had done reactive training for a couple months, I just rested for literally 2 weeks and it was gone. So, causation is not always indicative of correlation, but in this case, I think it was. So, what I've kind of resorted to now is I take elements from that and I focus mainly on a strength building program. This, for me, I mean, the stronger I get, the higher I jump, plain and simple. In terms of plyometrics, the most effective plyometric exercise is probably the depth jump. But I would argue that if you're trying to dunk a basketball, and which takes a little bit more than just pure movement efficiency, you should just practice dunking 1 to 3 times a week. 3 being the maximum because it does take a lot out of you. So I literally go in, I work out 3 times a week for my strength workouts, and 2 out of those 3 days I just practice dunking. I warm up, I practice dunking. Sometimes I used to do it on a lower than 10-foot rim, but now I just take like a women's basketball or volleyball and just work on my dunking form, my approach, or not even use a ball and just try to get my wrist over the rim. And you know, if you can get your wrist over the rim and can kind of palm it, because I've trained myself to palm a basketball, you can cradle it up and get close enough to dunk. So that's what I would practice for your vertical jump component of the training. But strength is by far, I mean, squat for sure, gotta break parallel too. You can't just half-ass it. Most people do, and you just won't get anywhere. And deadlift is even pretty good as well. It strengthens your back. I mean, you have to have a strong back and core. I threw out my lower back a year ago, and that inhibited my jump training quite a bit because when you're transferring energy up through the jump, it goes through your lower back and core. So if that's not 100% ready to go, you're having a huge power leak right there. So working on your form, getting hella strong, and just practicing your technique is all you really need to jump higher. And the Vertical Jump Bible will help me come to that realization. Kelly Baggett also has a website called Higher-Faster-Sports. And you can just type Higher Faster Sports into Google and find his website easily. But if you go to the contact form, he will literally respond to your emails the day after you send it to him. I've sent him probably 6 or 7 emails, and he's responded to all of them. You gotta be specific questions. Like, read his Bible. It'll probably answer most of your questions there. But if you still have questions, he'll answer them for you. So, great resource. Vertical Jump Bible would highly recommend if you're trying to learn how to dunk, jump higher for your volleyball spike. You just want to get more explosive in general. I mean, it helps with your speed. My 40-yard time has gone down significantly too. So, Vertical Jump Bible, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give it a 9. It's just a very thorough, awesome book. Would recommend to any of my friends or anyone who wanted to try to learn how to jump higher. So, if you want to learn more about how to jump higher, you got to look at Kelly Baggett's book, Vertical Jump Bible. He also has Vertical Jump Bible 2.0, but I haven't read that one, and it costs $67. So you can look into that however you will, but I personally don't think it's necessary after you read the first one. Anyway, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe or like this video, and we'll see you next time.